I'm here again, Israel. I'm here again. Shalom to the remnant. The 144,000, if you want to put a number on it, of the house of Israel. I give the God of Israel glory and honor today. Glory and honor today. I give the gods of Jerusalem praise and worship, the mother and the father. We're here again to do another law class. Today is Monday. We here again, people. We here again. I told you it doesn't matter what I have to do. I still got to do what the God of Israel need me to do and want me to do. It's not my will, but his will be done in my life. And whatever that will is, I'm willing to do it. Because I love him and the mother of Zion, the great Holy Spirit, the Ruach, that much. So we here again, people. I know ain't nobody teaching the law. There's no one in this earth that I can see with my eyes that's teaching the law of the one and only true God, Ahaya, the God of the Hebrew kingdom and nation, the God of the 12 tribes of Israel, the God of the Hebrews. There's no one teaching the law, talking about the law, nothing. And see, this is why the God of Israel have to always have a prophet that he chooses, because only his prophet is going to do what he wants them to do. That's why he specifically set aside a prophet to say what he need to say when he need to say it, and do what he need to be done when it need to be done. So this is why the world is so catastrophied and mortified and pollutedfied, and the people in it is the same. I said again, the people in it is the same. Okay, people, they getting worse. The beast people, see, that's who I'm talking about. The ones that have already made up their mind that they're not going to do what the God of Israel wants them to do. They're not going to serve him. They're not going to repent and turn away from their wicked and evil life of vanity that they live day after day and night after night. Those are the beast people, okay? Those are the beast, and a lot of their names was in the book of life, and a lot of their names got blotted out. And the God of Israel gave them over to the beast, okay? So the beast people, the children of Satan, hornhead, the children of this world. The Bible called them the children of this world. What world? Everything you see. That's what they want. That's what they desire. That's what they run after. That's what they spend their whole life on, maintaining this world and this life, because they are the beast people and they belong to Satan. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they could be talking about, God, whatever God they talking about. They could be saying a higher. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you call a higher and God is, it doesn't matter. But until the transformation, see, take place in your life, you just calling his name, but it don't mean anything. It must be a transformation to turn you from being a beast. Because see, right now you are considered as the children of the beast. So in order for you to have this transformation that's going to connect you with the gods of Jerusalem, the mother, the father, and the son, the king, the queen, and the second king of Jerusalem. In order for you to connect with those gods, okay, you have to have a transformed life. You just can't talk about a higher and, yeah, I'm following God, I'm with God, and God is helping me, and yeah, he's great. God is, yes, all of that is just you talking. But your life, when you look at your life, when I look at your life as the prophet of the God of Israel, I am a seer. I can see your life. I can see your life. I can see your mind. I can see everything about you because I am the prophet of the God of Israel. His name is Ahia, the one and only true God. I'm connected to that God. And I can see you. And I can see your life. And I can see who you is inside out. Okay? So the transformation must happen. There's a transformation in order for, yes, I used to be part of the beast, just like you. Yes, I used to, yes, serve Satan, go to all them churches and call on all of that. So people, please, I'm here to help you, the remnant. And again, let me introduce myself like I always do every week. My name is Queen Prophet Elishaba. Do you want me to give you some more titles? I have many titles behind my name because I'm a woman that do many things. So I have many titles behind my name, okay? Those are just the greatest two titles of my life. So before we go into our law class, see people, I'm not here to play with you. Because see, I know what time it is, and I've been telling you what time it is. And if you want to be dead and have a dead brain and a dead mind and think you're going to fix your life and things just going to get fluffy and pretty around you and everything just going to be beautiful, and yeah, God just going to make a way and help me. If you're thinking that, you're thinking the wrong thing, because that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Your world has collapsed. Let me say it to you again, loud and clear. Matter of fact, I need about 1,000 bullhorns right now. Maybe y'all will wake up your dead, uncircumcised ears that you can hear. Because see, you can't hear. So your world has collapsed. It has collapsed. And there's no way you can fix it. And there's nothing you can do. And there's nothing, no, the God of Israel collapsed it. He collapsed it. Okay? And I told you, prophetically speaking, that you only had 3 months. You only have 3 months before it gets so much worse. Within this 3 months, the collapsing, till you end up with nothing. See, that's what it's all about. See, the God of Israel going to bring you to nothing, people. And I'm speaking to you prophetically. I'm speaking to you prophetically right now. The God of Israel, the mother and the father of Jerusalem, the Hebrew kingdom, going to bring you people to nothing. Nothing, people. Look at the news. Look at what's going on. Look at what's happening. No, you might not have no Social Security check in a minute. No SSI check and no food stamps and nothing else. People, your world is collapsing rapidly, quickly. So you want to keep on playing Christian church and Hebrew Israelite church and Mormon church and Buddha church and Jehovah Witness church. Well, keep on going, and Catholic church and Mary Maria. Keep on playing with your gods. Keep on, but I guarantee you, and I guarantee you, people, that your gods will not be able to help you and stop me. So yes, people. Yes. Y'all look at me like, who is this woman? What right do this woman have to talk to us the way she talking to us? What right do she have to get here on this platform? God of Israel, 12 tribes, Hebrew knowledge school platform, and say our world is collapsing or is collapsed. What right do I have? What right do I have? Oh my God. If you really knew, ooh, people, if you really, 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 really knew what right I have to be talking to y'all the way that I'm talking to you, if you really knew who I am, people, who I am, it is greater than what I can even know and see for my own self of who I am. Okay, I don't got time, people. I don't got time to play no more games with nobody. Okay? Now, I'm here as the prophet of the God of Israel. Ahia is his name. So we're going to turn to the book of Jeremiah to open up our law class today. Yes, hornhead, Satan. I serve you notice, Satan. Ain't nothing you can do with me no more. There's absolutely nothing you and your demons can do with me anymore. All power. Let me say it again. All power belongs to me. All power. Don't come behind me, people. Don't even come near me. Don't even come near me. Please stay away from me. Don't come near me. Don't come behind me. None of that. Stay away from me. Because y'all not ready. You're not ready. I don't got time for that outdated stuff that y'all doing. That outdated, old, tired, or woe out mindset that y'all have. Stay away from from me, please, because you're not going anywhere. And I don't want you near me or around me. I just said to the God, God is yes. 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 I ain't going to tell you what I just said to him. I ain't got time no more, people. I already dealt with all of that. The beast people and trying to convert the beast people, trying to make the beast people, help the beast people to see who the God of Israel is. I already dealt with that. I don't want to deal with it no more. Stay away, bro. Stay away from me. But see, I'm on a journey right now. I'm on a journey, and I don't need nobody by me, near me, around me. Clear my path. Clear my path. Clear my path. Okay? Because y'all just not going to do it. No matter what I say, how I say it, how I put it, how I give it to you, you're just not going to do nothing with your sick, tired, boring, woe out, woe down life. You're not going to do nothing with it but die. Die miserable with your sick, tired, wore out mind, wore out life, wore out everything. You just wore out, people. Y'all just wore out. The God is don't beat you so bad. Oh, he don't beat your life so bad. Him and the mother. He don't whoop y'all so very bad. Ain't nothing left in you. There's no life left in you. You've been beat down so very bad every single day. Yes, people. Should I read Jeremiah to you? What is that going to do for you to help you? I wonder. Jeremiah 32, people, before we go into our law class. Did you get this water out my bottle? Or, excuse me, did you get this water out my bottle for the tea? Or you got it from the other bottle? I can taste the difference. Okay. I can taste the difference. Yes, Jeremiah 32. We getting there, people. I'm going to be finished with this. And I already told y'all. That's why I'm here. Teaching the law again. Because there's so many catastrophes that's going on and getting ready to happen. I heard it in the news yesterday. Jeremiah 32, verse 1. The word that came to Jeremiah from Ahiah in the 10th year of Zedekiah, king of Judah, which was the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar. Verse 2. For then the king of Babylon's army besieged Jerusalem, and Jeremiah the prophet was shut up in the court of the prison. Okay? Which was in the king of Judah's house. This is the 18th year that Nebuchadnezzar had seized Jerusalem. In other words, they was all around Jerusalem. They had built a fort around Jerusalem, just like they don't built one around y'all people today, the New World Order. It's the same exact thing. The New World Order have built a fort around you to take you down and to take you out, Israel. That's what it's all about. They got on the news, oh, the bank's closing. They freezing your credit cards. They freezing your transactions. It's a new COVID in the earth. I just read that on the news yesterday. It's a new COVID. It's a new COVID. Everybody getting sick again. Can't breathe. Hospitals full. People dying. Yes, people. Yes. Because it's all about taking you down. Just like here in Jeremiah 32, the God of Israel sent the Babylonians, Nebuchadnezzar, to take Israel down and to take Israel out. Why? Why? Because Israel was so wicked and so evil and so against the gods of Jerusalem. So he had to take them out, just like he got to take you out now. Yes. 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 Just like he got to take you out now. Because y'all won't quit and you won't stop and you won't give up and you won't change your life. You won't do anything. You won't do anything. You're just going on in your way. You're going on in your way, see, in your mindset. Your wicked and evil mindset. You're going on in your way. You wicked people. Evil. Y'all know what evil means? So right here, Jeremiah 32, people. For the king, see, of Judah, Zedekiah, he had put Jeremiah in prison up in his house. The prophet, the one only prophet right here was Jeremiah. He put Jeremiah in prison. He didn't want to hear nothing Jeremiah had to say. He didn't want to believe nothing Jeremiah said. Just like y'all don't want to believe nothing that I say. Nothing. I got a brother sitting right here next to me. I have prophesied things to him. Y'all don't want to believe nothing that I say and that I tell you. So Zedekiah, the king of Jerusalem, he put Jeremiah in prison because he wanted to shut Jeremiah's mouth. He wanted to stop Jeremiah from prophesying to him. Thus said the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Ahiah. He wanted to shut Jeremiah up. He hated Jeremiah. He couldn't stand Jeremiah. All the children of Israel was in ancient times right here in the book of, they hated Jeremiah. The whole house of Israel, they could not stand him. They hated him with a passion. Oh my God. They wanted to kill Jeremiah. They wanted to do all kind of things they wanted to do to him. But right here, for then the king, Jeremiah 32 verse 2, for then the king of Babylon's army, see, besieged Jerusalem And Jeremiah the prophet was shut up in the court of the prison, which was in the king of Judah's house. Which was in the king of Judah's house. They put him in prison. For Zedekiah, king of Judah, had shut him up, saying, wherefore dost thou prophesy, and say, thus said Ahiah, behold, I will not give this city into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall take it. So Zedekiah, the king of Judah, with his wicked self, evil, hate the God of Israel, hate the God of Israel prophet, don't want nothing to do with the God of Israel, same stuff, the same way y'all people are today. Exactly. Man, if I had 100 billboards, I can paint it in every city that I go to. The same exact way that y'all are today against the God of Israel, and you worse than that today. And his prophet, the same exact way. Shut Jeremiah up. We don't want to hear Jeremiah. Shut Elisha up. Shut her mouth. I don't want to hear nothing about her God, Ahiah. I don't want to hear nothing about what her God want me to do. I don't want to hear nothing about what her God telling me to do. And shut Elisha mouth, because I'm sick of hearing her mouth talking to me about the God of Israel. Shut her up. And so you turn a deaf ear, see, to Elisha, the prophet of the God. You turn a deaf ear, people, just like they turned a deaf ear to Jeremiah, all the house of Israel. All the house of Israel, every last one of them. And it was a great millions turn a deaf ear from the one and only prophet of the God of Israel that could lead them to life. Lead them to life. Lead them to the gods of Jerusalem. Lead them to the Hebrew kingdom. Lead them to the Hebrew God. Lead them to the one and only God and the one and only way that's going to transform you and your children. They did not want it. They did not want it. Just like you don't want it. No, people, I'm a living witness now that you just don't want it. And Jeremiah just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried until he just couldn't cry no more. Because his own people hated him. His own people turned against him. His own people, just like they did the Son of God when he was born in the earth. His own people, his own family, his mama, all them people, man, everybody, they turned against him. They turned, Yeah, Mary, she had a house. Why would she let her son sleep in her house? Mary, his mama. He didn't even have no place to lay his own head, man. What is y'all talking about? Don't try to paint Mary that she was a good mother. Why the Son of God walked Jerusalem and didn't have nowhere to lay his head? Where was Mary at? I know she had a house. So please, people, they are against what is right. He was a prophet. The Son of the living God was a prophet, just like I am a prophet of the God of Israel. He was a prophet of the God of his father. Yeah. They came up against him. His mama, his cousins, his sister, his brother, everybody, his auntie, them, grandma, them, everybody came up against the Son of God. They did not like him, and they didn't want to hear him, and they just wanted him to get away from them. Long as he was healing a cancer, or healing a heart disease, they was okay. But when he needed them, I'm talking about the children of Israel when he was in Jerusalem. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they was the one there when he was there. When he needed them, where was they at? So people, y'all not calling on the real Son of God, Jesus. The real Son of God was in agony. Agony every single day, crying, oh, Jerusalem, if you would have just let me gather you like a hen gather her chicks. See, that was the God of Israel speaking through the Son. Weeping, he was weeping and crying. He was there to gather the house of Israel to the God of Israel, his father. He wanted to gather them, show them who the real God was, because they was all tied and involved in religion, Judaism, Hinduism, Christianism, and all kind of isms. The same thing, people. The same is that a prophet don't have no honor in his own town, in his own family, in his own city. Don't have. See what's going on with Jeremiah? He was in his own town. He was in his own city. He was around his own people, the children of Israel. He didn't have no honor. They threw him in prison like a dog. Left him in mud and pig shit. They left. Am I right, bro?
You're right.
The king of Judah. They put Jeremiah, the prophet of the God of Israel, in a dungeon and put him in pig shit. And he thought he was going to live. Zacchaeus, the king of Judah, he thought the God of Israel was going to spare his life after he put his prophet and shed his prophet away, because he didn't want to hear what the prophet of the God of Israel was talking about or saying to him. Every prophet, people. Every prophet in Jerusalem, every last one of the prophets. Now, if I am lying to you, please show me. Every prophet in Jerusalem, people, that prophesied, that spoke prophetically for the God of Israel, every one of them, the people always went against every last one of them. Y'all want to see how wicked and evil the children of Israel are. Our ancestors, they was evil, man. Evil, 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 so very evil. And y'all worser than the ancestors. That's what the King James Version Bible say. Y'all worser than the ancestors. Oh my God. How can you get worser than the house of Israel that was in ancient times? My God. But anyway, everybody is against the prophet. For look, verse 30, Jeremiah 32, verse 3. Ezekiel asked him a question. Well, why do you keep prophesying? For Ezekiel, king of Judah, had shut him up, saying, wherefore dost thou prophesy? King, why are you asking me that, bro? Why do I prophesy? Because the God of Israel, Ahia, want me to prophesy and speak to you prophetically. I'm his prophet. What you talking about, King? He said, it say, thus said Ahia, behold, I will give this city into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he will take it. And King Zedekiah of Judah shall not escape out of the hands of the Chaldeans, but shall surely be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon, and shall speak with him mouth to mouth, and his eyes shall behold his eyes. So Jeremiah told him, bro, listen, the king of Babylon is going to take Jerusalem down. And there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. Because see, Ahia is sick of your evil and wickedness. Y'all got all kind of gods up in Jerusalem. Baal, Jehovah, Jesus, you got all Allah, you got all kind of gods up in Jerusalem. You worshiping your gods and your images and your crosses and all your stuff, pictures and all your images and groves and all, yes. So the God of Israel told me to speak to you, King, and tell you that the Babylonians, the Chaldeans, they gonna take Jerusalem down and everybody in it. And whoever I want to live, y'all will go into captivity. Y'all will go into prison. Y'all will be slaves for the Babylonians for 70 years. And Zedekiah, king of Judah, shall not escape. You're not going to get away. You're not going to get away from the New World Order, people. Let me tell y'all, Ahia don't have no reason to save you. He don't have only the remnant. Only the remnant, the real remnant, will get away. You won't get away from Babylon, king, the king of Babylon. You won't get away, people. America is the head of the eagle. Okay? America is the head of the eagle, and that's modern day Babylon with all her feathers. All her feathers that hold her up, and yeah, all her feathers that have supported her, enslaving the Hebrew kingdom and the children of Israel, enslaving us. All her feathers, see, they Confederate, see. The head of the eagle is America, and all her little wings and all her little feathers, they Confederate. And this is how the New World Order going to be all over the whole entire world. Because it's a confederation, people. Talking about Trump coming to Mexico. That's what is in the news. That's what I heard. I don't know, people. I don't know. They just saying that on YouTube and on Fox News and all of them. He want to take Mexico down. He want to take it down and out. Anywhere. So the Babylonians are coming. Jeremiah told. Verse 5, and he shall lead Zedekiah to Babylon, and there shall he be until I visit him, said Ahiah. Though you fight with the Chaldeans, it don't matter what y'all do, people. Y'all can arm up, get your guns, get everything ready that you got. Whatever it will not stop the New World Order from taking you down. Because see, the God of Israel have designed this. He have designed this to give you over to the beast. This is the final stage, people. This is the final stand. Ain't no more stands, people. This is the year of Jubilee is coming up in September. And the new year is coming in March. This is the final stand, people. Ain't no more. You gonna be tucked down by the New World Order, the beast. The beast, Satan, you're gonna be given over to him. So ain't nothing, no, Jesus ain't gonna float through the sky and come and save you and help you. No, ain't no rapture. Nothing is gonna come. Them people gonna come to your front door with their boots saying, come on, it's time for you to go. This is what's getting ready to happen. You don't even know it. You just sit there like little stupid, little dumb sheep with no sense. Waiting on somebody to save you. Waiting on somebody to help you. Waiting on somebody to, yes. Ain't nobody gonna help you, people. Because them little coward men that you got called pastors and bishops and elders and deacons and prophets and evangelists, them little coward men, they all cowards. Every man that I know in this world is a coward. I wish I could see a man that's really a man today. Oh, I'll be so happy. Whoa, if I could see a man that's really a man today and not a coward. Coward. You know what a coward is? Well, man. Tell me what a coward is, bro. And we get ready to go into the law in a minute, people. Tell me what a coward is. Because, see, that's all I see today is coward men and coward women. What is coward? He don't know. He can't even answer the question. And he won himself, and I don't know why he can't answer. Why he can't answer, and he won himself. I said every man that I see in this earth is a coward. So why you can't answer that?
Give mine.
Go ahead, give your answer. See, people, I ain't got time no more. I'm calling this stuff the way I see it now. Because, see, it's here, it's time. Ain't no more stands. And it's time for the prophet to call it as she see it. I ain't playing no more pretty paying you up no more stuff. No, you is what you is in the eyes of the prophet of the God of Israel. You is, whether you want to believe it or accept it, that's on you. Yes.
I believe a coward is a man that's fearful. Have no courage to stand.
He said a coward man is a man that's fearful and don't have no courage to stand. Stand what? Stand on?
Stand for what's right.
Stand for what's right and to do what's right. But see, Jeremiah wasn't no coward. None of the prophets of the God of Israel are cowards. None of them. And see, that's why the God of Israel chooses them as a prophet, because they're not cowards and they're not afraid. No. And see, a person that's not a coward can look at a person and tell that they are cowards. So your little coward pastors and Pastor Smith and Bishop Bob and them and Elder Ricard and EEC Cardinal, oh no, they won't be nowhere around or in sight. They're going to take them down too with you. Then the Babylonians take the king down and the princes down and all their prophets down and all their priests down. Yes, the Babylonians took them all. Where was Baal at? Where was their gods at? See? See, people? Open your eyes and see. See. Open your eyes and see, people. Open your eyes. Your eyes are closed. Your eyes are shut. Open your eyes and see what I am talking to you about. Open your eyes, people. So right here, verse 6. Verse 5. And he shall lead Zacchaeus of Babylon to Babylon. And there should he be until I visit him, said Ahiah. Though he fight with the Chaldeans, yet shall not prosper. And Jeremiah said, the word of Ahiah came unto me, saying, even though Jeremiah was shut up in a prison, he still was prophesying. You cannot take the gift of the calling or the anointing that the God of Israel give his prophet. I don't care where you throw him or you throw her. You can throw him in a dungeon. You can throw him in a pit. You can throw him wherever you want. They put, what's his name? What's his name? Joseph. They put Joseph in a pit, his brothers. They throwed him in a pit. Shut up, Joseph. We don't want you to prophesize no more. We don't want to hear nothing about your dreams and your visions and stuff you have. Shut up. Shut up telling us you're going to be great and you're going to be over us and we're going to bow down. Shut up, Joseph. See, he was a prophet too. All the children of Israel are prophets. All of them. Because our fathers are prophets. Abraham was a prophet. Isaac was a prophet. Jacob was a prophet. So that make all the children of Israel prophets. So they told him. And it's just that the God of Israel choose one out the family, see? He choose one out of each family to lead the family, to tell the family, to show the family. Just like the Son of God. He was chose out of his family, right, bro? He had brothers, he had sisters, he had all of that. Yeshua is his name, the Son of the living God. He was chose out of his brothers and all sisters to be the leader of his family. Okay? So they put Joseph in the pit. And then they sold him into Egypt. Okay? Because they didn't want to hear him prophesy. They were so jealous and envy and had grudge and animosity in their heart against their own brother. Their own brother. They threw him in a pit and sold him into slavery. Because they didn't want to hear him prophesizing. They was jealous. Because the God of Israel chose him to be the leader of the family. So we get ready to go into our law class now. So verse 6 said right here, you should not prosper, he said. If you fight against him, you ain't going to win. You're not going to beat the new world order, people. Wake your crazy self up. Why would the God of Israel help y'all? Why would the God of Israel help y'all in the new world order? Though you fight against him, he say, you will not prosper. And Jeremiah said, verse 6, the word of a higher came unto me, saying, and we're going to stop right there. So let's read Deuteronomy 6 now before we go into our law class. Read Deuteronomy 6, verse 1 through 6. CDI is his name. One of my Hebrew brothers. He here to read Deuteronomy 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 6,
Yes.
verse 1.
Yes.
These are the commandments, statutes, and the judgments.
Yes.
The higher your God commanded to teach you, that ye may do them in the land whither ye go to possess it. Then thou mightest fear the higher thy God, that thou mightest fear the higher thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Verse 3, hear therefore, O Israel, and obey, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, that ye may increase mightily as a higher thy God, the God of thy father, has promised thee, in land that's full of milk and honey. Verse 4, hear, O Israel, the God of our God is one God, and thou shalt love higher thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. So what he just read is Deuteronomy 6. Okay? So that you can teach them my ways. My ways. Okay? Ain't nobody talking about the law. I already told y'all that. Something that the God of Israel commanded us that's going to help us, going to help our children. Nobody is talking about the law. Nobody even care about the law. They don't care to read it. They don't care to understand it. So we're going to go into our law class right now. Law class number 31, people. This is law class number 31. Law number 359 of the civil part of the law. That's where we are, people. Law number 359. I said that you a coward because I used to be one too, just like you. And I know the attributes and the personality of a coward, which is a fearful person and a weak person, very weak, very, very weak and cowardly and fearfully and nothing. And that's what make up this world today. All the people in this world, just about, unless you selling drug, your cartel or something like that. You gotta pull up on that then. But law number 359, that's why Israel ain't got no food. They ain't got no water. They ain't got nothing. Let me say it again, people. They talking about the food in Walmarts and Kroger's and Sam Club. All the shelves are empty. Costco now. No food. Nowhere, people. Nowhere. Y'all gonna start eating each other in a minute, just like the Apocrypha. And just like the King James Virgin Bible say. Matter of fact, I want to get that scripture in Deuteronomy 28, where the children of Israel start eating one another because the God of Israel took them down so bad that they didn't have no food to eat. See, let me show you what kind of God that I serve. See, let me show you Ahiah, the God of the Hebrew kingdom and nation. Let me show you him. Yeah, we're going to get into the law when the God of Israel says, read the law. But right now, he's not taking me to the law. So let me show you Hebrews. See, they talking about Walmart now. They ain't got no food. They ain't got no water. The shelves are complete. Yeah, what y'all gonna eat? Each other. Ooh, you're going to eat each other because you ain't got no food. Because see, you've been so weak and so cowardly so long to step outside of the government taking care of you and your children. And them little slave jobs that you've been slaving all your life to get a pension check for. Where your food at now? Walmart and them don't care nothing about you. Sam Club and them don't care nothing about you. Costco don't care nothing about you people. You and your children starve or take the mark of the beast. I told you the next 3 months, people. The God of Israel told you the next 3 months won't be pretty. Major things are going to happen. Yeah, you don't want to hear that. Oh, we want to put her where we put Jeremiah at. So she'll shut up. Deuteronomy 28. Let me show you how hungry Israel was. They ain't have no food, no water, no nothing. Let me get it. One moment. Deuteronomy 28:53. It says, I'm going to start at verse 49, verse 48. Let me show y'all exactly where you are prophetically right now, all over the earth. Therefore, thou shalt serve thy enemies, which Ahijah shall sin against thee. The New World Order, Ahijah is sending them against you, Israel. Gentiles too. Ahijah against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And they shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And Ahijah shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle fly, a nation whose tongues thou shalt not understand. Let's go right here to verse 53. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which Ahijah thy God have given thee in the siege, and in the straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee. Okay? So that the man, this is Deuteronomy 28:54 now, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother and towards his wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall lead, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left him in the siege. And in the straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee, and all your gates, Hebrew. It doesn't matter where you live or where you at in the world. Your enemy will distress you. So right here, verse 53, he gonna eat by his sons and his daughters, because there's no food in the siege. And that's why Walmart and them and all of them is taking all the food off the shelves, because you are already in the siege. See, you're already in the siege, but you just don't want to accept that you're in the siege. Excuse me. You don't want to accept that you are in the siege. You are already in the siege. You don't want to accept. You don't want to think about it. You just want to go on with your life. But you're in the siege, Israel. And you're going to eat the bodies of your children and the bodies of your mom and whoever. Because you ain't going to have no food. You don't got no food, right? You ain't never had no food. Now you really ain't got none. Okay? So let's go right here to verse 55. So that he will not give any of them of the flesh of his children, whom he shall eat. See, people? See? Your Jesus ain't going to come and help you. Nobody is going to help you, people. Y'all going to starve to death. and die in the siege. What siege? The New World Order. That siege. That's the siege. That's the siege right there. Yeah, people. Get ready. I told you. 3 months. 3 months, people. Major things is going to happen. Now let's read Jeremiah 19:9 before I go in a law class, if the God of Israel let me. Jeremiah 19:9. This is a precept to the man and the woman eating their own children because they ain't got no food and no water. And why you don't have no food and no water? Why, bro? Because you haven't did what the God of Israel wanted you to do. You lazy and weak, and you are a coward. What man that say he's a man of his household don't make sure that his family have enough food and enough water? That's not a man. That's not a man, people. Y'all call these men today? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. A man is a man that do what the God of Israel tell them to do to take care of his family. And what did he tell you, CDI? And what did he tell them, CDI, to do? To have food. Food. Have your own food. Israel always had their own food. That's a real man that can get a land and get a house and have a yard and plant his food and plant. Yes, this is a man because he's going to make sure his children have food to eat and his wife. He going to even eat, he going to eat the children and his wife. That's what it said in Deuteronomy, right? Right. Going to eat everybody. Yes, Pete. Ohio already told you what to do, Pete. You just don't want to do it, do you? Well, go ahead. Jeremiah 19:9. Jeremiah 19:9. Oh, I'm a man. I'm a man in my house. I'm a man. I take care, yeah. I take care of my children. What, bro? Going to your little slave job? Punching a clock, getting $500 a week or whatever they give you. It'll never be enough to feed you and your children. No, you ain't a man, bruh, until you do what the God of Israel told you to do. Then you are a man, bruh. You ain't no man. Your kids ain't got no food. How you a man? How are you a man when your kids don't have any food and water and nothing? Yeah, I'm a man of my house. Yeah. Jeremiah 19:9 says, and I will cause them, see, I, Ahiah, will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters. And they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend. Ooh, in the siege. What siege? The New World Order is already here. Get ready, people. Prophetically, Jeremiah already told you what's going to happen. He told you that in ancient times. You are going to eat the flesh of your sons and the flesh of your little boo boo and May May and Kai now. You gonna eat them. You're gonna eat them because you ain't gonna have nothing else to eat. You ain't got nothing else to eat. They don't cut the food stamps off. They get ready to take the pension checks. They get ready to take the SSI, all kind of checks. Everything get ready to be taken. Yeah, Pete. It got to be taken because you are in the siege. See, in the siege, you don't have access to nothing. You don't have access to anything in the siege. Yeah. What did it say? I will cause them to eat. Or how you gonna cause you to eat your own son? Is he a mean God for that? Is he a mean God? Is he an evil God for doing that to you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, people. You've been mean and evil and nasty and wicked against the God of Israel for many generations. Many generations. You don't even talk about the God of Israel. You don't think about it. You don't talk about it. You don't say nothing about it. You just, yeah, eat your child. Eat little Connie Sue and Billy Bob and May May and Boo Boo and Marika and Sitaya and them. Eat them. Eat them. Hebrews. Because I won't be giving you no food in the siege. No, I'm not going to give you nothing in the siege. Have I ever gave Israel anything in the siege? No. So why should I give it to you? You worse than your ancestors. So why should I give you something in the siege when I didn't give your ancestors nothing in the siege? I'm the same God, people. You don't know me. You don't know me and you don't know who I am. But I'm going to show y'all who I am in the siege. Because see, that's the only way Israel woke up, bro. They woke up when they was in the siege. See, long as there was food in Jerusalem and they had the wells and stuff open with water and they had all their grocery stores and their markets and stuff, they Gentile markets and stuff where they was going to get their little pork and pig and pagan food and they had all their temples and churches open on. Yeah, long as all that was going on, they was happy. They was happy, bro. But in the siege, Ahia said, I'm finna take you down. He ain't gonna give you nothing in the siege. People get ready. That's all I can say. I don't care, people. I really don't care. I just got to say what the God of Israel need me to say. I don't care if I'm hurting you, if I'm bruh, sis, I'm sorry. I'm his prophet. I have to deliver the message to you the way that it is. You are in the siege. Why you think Walmart, they talking about taking all your money and all that. No, digital currency. Digital currency. They already revoking passports. You can't even travel right now. You got people stuck in other countries because they revoking passports in America. They revoking your passport. You can't even travel no more. Your passport don't mean nothing no more, bruh. Nothing. Your U.S. citizen passport that used to be so powerful and so great, oh, it don't mean nothing no more. You got countries that don't even want you in their country because of your new administration that you have in America. And you know who that is. You got other countries that won't even let Americans in their country, revoking. And your own country, our own country, America, is revoking our passports because they don't want us to travel. Y'all people don't know what's going on, man. You in the siege, man. They're going to take everything from you. Everything. Your food, your house, your money, your job, your everything. Your passports. You can't travel. Nothing, people, because you are in the siege. Okay? Understand that. So he said, verse 9, I don't know. I got to go whenever. I don't know. I got to go to the law. He won't let me. He won't let me read it. He won't let me read it right now. I just got to talk to you, Israel. I just got to talk to you because you just don't understand that you are in the siege and they about to take you down. And you and your children, you're going to eat. You ain't got nothing, man. You ain't got nothing. You don't want to do what grandma taught you. Grandma taught you to get jars and put food in there, carrots and stuff in there, and store your carrots and store your corn and store your beans. Grandma and them did all that. See, you don't want to do that. Because you're too pretty, see. And you ain't got time to do nothing but your vanities. That's all the time you got to do your cell phone. And, I got to be on my cell phone. I got to go to my Facebook and be there for 3-4 hours a day. Then I got to get on my cell phone and scroll up and down my cell phone all day. And then, after I do that, I got to listen to me some music. And then, after do that, I got to do this. No, people. The siege gonna change all of that. You won't have no cell phone. You won't have no cell phones. You won't have no internet. Wake up, people, and understand these white folks control all of that, and they can take it whenever they want to take it from you. Oh, you love your cell phone so much, don't you? When they white folks take your cell phone and your internet and your Facebook, your social media, and your YouTube and your TikTok now. When they take all of that, because they're gonna take it. Because they're gonna drive you people mad, man. They're gonna drive you people crazy. Oh, you gotta take the mark now. Oh yeah, you want your cell phone. You want some internet in your house. They're gonna drive you people nuts because you're so in love with this stuff that the beasts have set up in his world. Yeah. As long as I got my cell phone, I'm happy. Yeah, people. Oh, God, Israel, I thank you, Father. And I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat everyone the flesh of his friend. So you're going to eat your friend too. Yeah. Your friend Joseph. and Kevin and Steve and Pamela and Mary, you're going to eat them because you ain't got no food. Oh, what kind of God would do this to us, CDI? I can hear these people talking right now. What kind of God would do this to us that we got to eat our children and we got to eat our friends to live? What kind of God? Answer the question for them, bro. Because they're asking me that question right now. What kind of God would do that? Take my food away so I would have to eat my friend, my best friend. I got to eat him and her and my kids. What kind of God is that? Well, I'm trying to get this brother to answer the question, bro. What the people is talking and they asking me, what kind of God do you serve that will do something like this to me, that I have to eat my friend and I got to eat my children in the siege because I don't got no food?
The kind of God
Yeah,
that would do this
yeah.
would be the God that punishes the serving of other gods that wouldn't like you want to live. No.
He said, it's
One
the
that
God,
would get
huh?
him. One that would stop serving him, and turn to other gods, serving him.
He said, God that when the people go against him and uh, serve other gods, that's the kind of God would do this. But yeah, but it's way deeper than that, people. It's way deeper than that. See, it's the God of the covenant. He's a God of covenant. He's a God of law. He's a God that's gonna hurt whoever hurt him. If you don't love him, he don't love you either. So right here, he didn't love Israel no more. He didn't care about Israel no more. He didn't care about them going hungry and not having no food. He don't care about you no more, Pete. That's the kind of God he is. He loved those that love him. And if you keep his law and his commandments, then it'll go well with you and your children. So that's the kind of God he is. He's a God that wrote a law for the house of Israel for them to keep. And they refused. And they refused. And they refused. And they refused. As long as you keep refusing him, he gonna keep refusing you. And that's exactly why you are the way that you are right now. So look at here, and we get ready to get out of here. So your sons and your daughters, and they shall eat everyone the flesh of his friends in the siege, and the straightness wherewith their enemies, and they that seek their lives shall straighten them. Yes. Let's turn to law number 359 now. Thank you, God, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Ahia. Thank you, Mother Jerusalem, great Holy Spirit. Wow. Law number 359 of the 613 laws of the Hebrew scrolls. To follow the procedure of the peace offering. Leviticus 7:11. To follow the procedure of the peace offering. Leviticus 7:11 for law number 359. Yeah, y'all didn't know that was in the Bible, Christians. Did you know that was in the Bible, bro? When you was in your Christian church, did they take you to Jeremiah 9 or Deuteronomy 28:5-3 and show you how, the children of Israel had to eat their own children and their own friends? Did you read that in a Christian church? Did you understand that in a Christian church? Huh?
No, they didn't read
He said, no, they did not read. They still not reading it today, right?
it.
They only read what? The New Testament.
Right. They skipped over law. Wow.
Leviticus 7:11, people. Read that, bro. Law number 359, to follow the procedure of the peace offering. We still in the civil part of the law, dealing with the offerings of the God of Israel. Go ahead. 7:11 of Leviticus.
Leviticus chapter 7, verse 11. And this is the law of the sacrifice of peace offering, which we shall offer unto a higher.
And this is the law of the sacrifice of the peace offerings, which you shall offer to a higher. Okay? Peace offering. The God of Israel, when the children of Israel was in the wilderness, all this was orchestrated. Peace offering, goodwill offering, burnt offerings, all kind of offerings that you have to give a God. Y'all ain't got nothing in your hand to get a God of Israel. What you got in your hand, bro, to get a God of Israel? Y'all don't have nothing to give the God of Israel. What do you think the God of Israel want right now? He want you. He want you to keep his law and do what he told you to do. So right here, Leviticus 7:11, to follow the procedure. See, the Leviticus priesthood, they had to follow the procedures of the peace offering. When our ancestors was in Jerusalem, they had law, they had order, they had a way. And if they broke that way, the God of Israel would kill them. Okay? Next law, law number 360. Not to eat the meat of minor sacrifices before sprinkling with the blood. Deuteronomy 12:17. Deuteronomy 12:17. It says, Deuteronomy 12:17. For law number 360. Not to eat the meat of minor sacrifice before sprinkling the blood. Before sprinkling with the blood. Okay? Deuteronomy 12:17. Thou mayest not eat. Let's go to 16. Only you shall not eat the blood. You shall pour it upon the earth as water. Thou mayest not eat within thy gates the tithe of thy corn, or of thy wine, or thy oil, or the firstling of thy flocks, nor of any of thy vows which thou vowest, nor thy free will offering. Okay? So any sacrifice, meat, a minor sacrifice, not no major, just a minor one. Before you have to sprinkle it with the blood of the animal. So if it's a goat, you have to take the goat, take the blood, kill the goat the proper way. It's a proper way you handle the God of Israel animals when we was in Jerusalem, okay? the proper way. You can't just kill them the way you want to kill them and cook them the way you want to cook them. Okay? So, when you kill the goat, you're going to drain the blood out the goat and put it in a container or something like that. Whatever the God of Israel required for you to put it had to be something sacred, some kind of sacred bowl, right, bro? It couldn't be no any bowl. It had to be a sacred bowl. So you put the blood in there, you sprinkle the blood, the sacrifice, the goat, you sprinkle it with the blood. Okay? I don't know if the God of Israel did with that one, because he don't eat blood. But next law, law number 361, to bring meal offering in the prescribed manner. Leviticus 2:1. Meal offering, flour, meal. The children of Israel had to offer the God of Israel flour, wheat, barley, meal, all of that. All of that. And every time they offer something to the God of Israel, the Leviticus priesthood for the children of Israel, the God of Israel will bless the children of Israel because they was doing what he told them to do. Anytime you do what the God of Israel tell you to do, he will bless you. He will bless you, believe me, tremendously. That's why you ain't getting no blessings and nothing in your life, because you ain't doing nothing the God of Israel wants you to do. So that's law number what? 361 for Leviticus 2:1. To bring the meal offering in the prescribed manner. Leviticus 2:1. Let me get that. Leviticus 2:1 today. I feel good, people. As long as I can do what the God of Israel want me to do. Leviticus 2:1. As long as I can say what the God of Israel want me to say. Leviticus 2:1. Okay? Leviticus 2:1 reads like this. And when any will offer a meat offering unto a hire, his offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil upon it and put frankincense thereon. So when you offer the God of Israel a meat offering, it should be fine flour or meal, either one. But it's got to be something that the children of Israel grew, right? The barley and all that, the wheat and all of that. Okay? And you have to bring it to the God of Israel, the priest. You have to get it to the Leviticus priesthood in the proper containers, in the proper way. Okay? You can't get a God of Israel no any old thing. He don't accept that. That's why I keep telling y'all, people. He don't accept that, people. He tell you what to eat. He tell you what to wear. He tell you what to pray. He tell you everything that he want us to do. He don't accept nothing that he haven't told you. He don't accept. He don't accept your clothes that you wear. Why, bro? Because he ain't never told you to wear those clothes. He don't accept that. The way you look, tight jeans and stuff, jeans and, skinny leg jeans and, you got your Gucci belt on and your pants hanging off your ass. And see, no, the God of Israel don't accept none of that. Because to him, you look like a fool. You look straight up like a fool to the God of Israel. Don't no king and no queen show their ass. Their ass hanging all out their pants and booty shorts and stuff. Your ass, women walking around with their booty showing and their titties hanging out and their ass hanging out. God of Israel don't look at none of that. He told us we are kings and queens of the Hebrew kingdom. We can't show our booty and titties and be naked and all that stuff. Looking like a hoe. Looking like a whore. That's what you look like, a whore. A straight up whore. And you wonder why a man don't want you. Don't no man want a hoe. Don't no man want, not no real man. The real man don't want no hoe. Come on, man. So you have to do it the way the God of Israel want you to do it. His meat offering, yeah. It's an offering to the God of Israel. The children of Israel is an offering to him. He chose us to be an offering. So it's the way he wants us to look. It's the way he wants us to eat. Yeah. We present him in the earth. God of Israel, help me up in here. Law number 362. Not to put oil on the meal offering for wrongdoers. So the children of Israel, our ancestors, whenever they had a problem in Jerusalem, and they wanted to offer the God of Israel a sacrifice, a meal offering or flour or some meat, all his meat had to have fine flour on it and all of that. But he said, you can't do that for people that's wrongdoers. You can only bring me a meat offering or a grain offering or a meal offering, or is when the people, the children of Israel, are doing what's right. Don't bring me nothing, Aaron, for no sin and no hope. Don't bring none of that to me for no wicked, evil people up in Jerusalem. Don't bring it to me, Aaron. Don't bring that to me at all. Y'all people don't want the God of Israel. Everybody that I am around, people I keep telling, don't want the real God. Everybody. Nobody I'm coming in contact with want to understand who he is. Because they so in love with Jesus. And they so in love with Buddha and Yah and Jehovah and Javah and all of them. They refuse the real God. Ooh. Next law, bruh. Law number 363. Not to put frankincense on the meal offering. Leviticus 5:11. Read that, bro.
Leviticus chapter 5, verse 11.
Yes.
But if he be not able to bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then he that sins shall bring for his offering the 10th part of an ephah of fine flour for a sin offering. He shall put no oil upon it, neither shall he put any frankincense thereon, for it is a sin offering.
Yes. So it's a way, people. It's a way. It's a way to deal with the God of Israel offerings. Okay? Next law. Law number 364. Not to eat the cereal offering of the high priest. Leviticus 6:16. It says, and the remainder thereof shall Aaron and his sons eat. With unleavened bread shall it be eaten in the holy place, in the court of the tabernacle, of the congregation shall they eat it. The priest got to eat the offering where the God of Israel tell him to eat it. He got to eat it in the courts of the tabernacle. He couldn't eat it outside of the tabernacle. He got to eat it where the God of Israel can look at him and receive what he is doing. See, that's what it's all about, people. God is receiving us, accepting us. Okay? Law number 367. To bring all free will offerings to the temple. Deuteronomy 12. All the free will offerings of the God of Israel had to go to the temple, the one that Solomon built. Deuteronomy 12, 5 through 6. Deuteronomy 12, 5 through 6. Read that. 5 and 6 verse. Deuteronomy 12, verse 5 and 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 12, verse 5 to 6. But unto the place which the highest your God shall choose out of all your tithes to put his name there, even unto his habitation, shall ye seek. And thither thou shalt come. Verse 6. And thither you shall bring your burnt offering and your sacrifices and your tithes and the eve offering of your hand and your vow and your food offering and the offering of their herds and offering of your herds and of your flocks.
Read first verse 5 again.
Verse 5. But unto the place which the highest your God shall choose out of all your tribes to put his name there, even unto his habitation, shall you seek, and thither thou shalt come.
Even well higher, excuse me, put his name there. That's where you should bring all your offerings. And where is that? Jerusalem. That's the only place he ever put his name. That's the only place he ever chose. That's his habitation. Jerusalem, Zion. There should you bring all your tithes, all your offerings, everything. You cannot serve the God of Israel on this side of the earth. All you can do, Hebrews, is correct yourself on this side of the earth. That's all you can do, is correct your behavior and correct yourselves. That's all you can do for the God of Israel. You can't correct yourself. There's no way you can serve him. Ain't no way. There's no way. I had to correct myself, Pete. I had to correct my way, my thinking. I had to transform my mind. I had to get rid of the illusions. My life was just an illusion. I had to get rid of all that fairy tale thinking. American dream and all of that. I gotta have a new house. I gotta have a new car. I gotta have this. Yes. All that fairy tale stuff. I ain't gotta have nothing unless I can pay cash for it. Because if I can't pay cash for it, it's not mine, no way. It belonged to the real estate company and the car lot. So yeah, people. Everything that the God of Israel want is in Jerusalem, okay? He's the God of Jerusalem. He don't care nothing about on this side of the world. He could care less about this Gentile world over here that we are involved in because of our rebelliousness and wickedness and evil. They talking about, yeah, all the food in Walmart now, and Sound Club now. They buying bread. You put water on the bread and the bread like a sponge. You can actually use the bread to clean dishes with. You can't tear it, you can't break it. When you wet it, just like a sponge. This is the stuff y'all eating. Poison. Yeah. You refuse to do right in Jerusalem. Our ancestors, they refused, man. Oh my God, they refused. Even after they left Babylon and got back to Jerusalem, they still went off again. Law number 368, not to withhold payment which fulfill a vow to God. Elohim. Deuteronomy 23:22. The law number 368. Deuteronomy 23:22 verse. God is reliant. Thank you. But if thou shalt forbear to vow it, shall be no sin in thee. It shall be no sin in thee. That which is gone out of thy lips, thou shalt keep and perform, even a free will offering according to thy hast vowed unto a higher thy God, which thou hast promised with thy mouth. You know what I promised the higher? Excuse me. And the mother of Zion, I promised to serve them to the day I die. That's what I promised. And I must keep that because, see, it had went out of my own mouth. Anything you say when you are connected to the God of Israel like that, see, he only received vows from people that's righteous. He don't receive vows from unrighteous people, sinners and all that, hypocrites. Hypocrites. He don't receive vows from hypocrites. You talking about God and you don't even know who God is. So you would be considered as a hypocrite. Am I right, bro? The Son of God called them what? Hypocrites. Why did he call Judah, Benjamin, and Levi hypocrites, CDI? They was the only people in Jerusalem, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. He called them hypocrites. Y'all thought he was talking to them Romans and them Gentiles that was in Jerusalem. No. The Son of God wasn't thinking about none of them. Every time he went up in the temple, he was talking to Judah, Benjamin, and Levi now. He wasn't talking to no white folks, no Gentiles calling them hypocrite. He was calling his own people hypocrites. The elders, Judah, they wanted to kill the Son of God. The Pharisees, the elders, they hypocrites. Yes, man. Y'all hypocrites, man. You clean on the outside. You got your long robe on, but you are a hypocrite. They tried to come to John the Baptist with the madness. Baptize us, John the Baptist. John the Baptist looked at him and said, y'all vipers better get away from me. How you think you're going to get away from the gates of hell? Hypocrites. They beheaded him. Just like they crucified the Son of God. Who? His own people. The Pharisees. Ain't nothing but Judah now. And Levi the priests. They went off, people. They was going off when the Son of God was born in Jerusalem. They was going off. Y'all people don't know the seriousness of this. It's serious and it's very deep. So it says right here, not to withhold a vow, people. Hold on. Yeah, we got a few more laws and we get ready to leave. Law number 369. To offer sacrifices in the temple. Deuteronomy 12:11. Deuteronomy 12:11. What makes you a hypocrite? Deuteronomy, bro, what makes you a hypocrite? Deuteronomy 12:11.
It's not like the false to God. God is high. People that doing the things that they want to do.
That make you a hypocrite. No, that make you a sinner. See, a sinner and a hypocrite is two different people. Okay, let me. He say, I said, what make you a hypocrite? He say, when you don't do what God wants you to do. Okay. When you what? When you false before Him, that's a sinner. That's a sinner. A sinner is somebody that's false. A sinner is somebody that don't want to serve the God, do what the God of Israel wants. That's a sinner. What is a hypocrite? See, y'all don't know what a hypocrite is. That's a sinner. He just said, them people just don't want the God of Israel, man. They just don't want the God of Israel at all. I hate God. I hate God, and I don't believe in no God. See, I'm showing you how sinners talk. I don't believe in no God. I hate God. God ain't never did nothing for me. If God was real, I wouldn't be hungry. I wouldn't be poor. I wouldn't be this. If God was real, no, I don't believe in God. That's a straight up sinner. I'm going to do what I want to do. I got to feed my family. I got to take care of myself. I got to do whatever I got to do to survive. That's a sinner, see. That's how sinners talk. I don't care what God is saying, what God wants. Yeah, if God was so real, why I got to work so hard? See, them sinners. That ain't no hypocrite. That's a sinner. See, bro, I'm trying to help you up in here. I'm trying to help y'all today. You see, the God of Israel told me to correct y'all in this, because you think a sinner is a hypocrite. It's the same thing, but it's not. A sinner is a person just don't accept the God of Israel at all. Ain't got time for God. Their whole day is filled with what they want to do. That is a sinner. I'm telling y'all don't know y'all sinners. Because y'all want to say God is your father, the high, you sinners. When your whole day is based on what you want to do, and you don't got time, no time at all for the God of Israel. Your mind don't even try to get somewhere in a quiet space and put your mind towards Jerusalem. Nothing. Your mind is just every day, all day, it's on nothing. That's a sinner. Don't have time for God. I ain't thinking about no God. I know I used to say that stuff. When I was younger, when I was out in the streets, trying to get my money and all that, them people used to come to me from the Christian church talking about, well, we're here to save you. We're here to save you. We want to tell you about God and what God needs you to do. I said, you know what? I ain't got time for God right now. The only time I got time for is to make me some money. I don't got time for God. Yeah, I believe in him, but I ain't got time for God. See, that's a straight up sinner. And I spent my whole life, revolved my life around money, money, money. That was my whole focus every day. Money, 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 money. That's all I cared about, people, was money. I ain't care about nothing else. Just some money got to go in my pocket, man. That's a sinner. Now, hypocrite. What is a hypocrite, bro? I wasn't no hypocrite. I was a sinner back then, bro. A straight up sinner. I was not a hypocrite. I was a sinner. The Son of God was talking to hypocrites, not sinners. They was hypocrites. What's the difference, man? Do you know?
I believe a hypocrite to be one that pretend to be something that they're not.
Yeah. Yeah, a hypocrite is the ones that's up in the Christian church saying they with God and they love God and yeah, they worshiping God and God is my father and yeah, God is this and I want to be with God and those are all, I'm serving God because I go to church and I'm faithful in the church. Those are hypocrites. They're not sinners. A hypocrite and a sinner is different. A sinner is someone that don't want to have nothing to do with the God of Israel. That's a sinner. Nothing to do with him. A hypocrite is someone that call their self. Call their self serving God. Right? Call themselves paying their tithes and, singing in the choir and playing the keyboards and the music and the instruments and preaching on the pulpit. These are all hypocrites. They're not sinners because they call themselves trying to serve a God, but they don't know what God. And they don't know the God. The one and only God. They don't know him. So that's a hypocrite. Jerusalem was filled with hypocrites when the Son of God was born because Judah, they was the Pharisees. And you had Levi, they the ones running the temples and all that. Crucify him, the elders. Judah, hypocrites. A hypocrite is somebody that play with their self concerning God, pretending. Ooh, brother, you know what a hypocrite is. A hypocrite is somebody that pretend to be with God, but they're not with God. That's a hypocrite. A sinner is somebody that don't even want God. They don't want God. They ain't got time for God. They ain't praying to God. They ain't doing nothing with God. That's a sinner. I believe, man, but I ain't got time for God. That's a straight up sinner, bro. A hypocrite is somebody that sit up in Christian churches and Muslim church and Hebrew churches and Catholic churches. All these people are hypocrites. Why? They say they serving a God, right? But they won't keep the law, bro. They won't keep the law, right? And they won't convert their life to be what the God of Israel wanted to be, right? They won't do what the law tells them to do, right? So they are hypocrites. And a sinner is someone just don't believe in God at all. And if they do, they ain't got time for him. They know. So do you understand the difference now? Do that make sense to you, what I just said? The difference between a sinner and a hypocrite. So what would you be considered as? All them times you was in the Christian church, what was you? He was a hypocrite. Why? Because he was in the church for all his life. He was born there in the church. He went to church since he can remember, man. He was considered as a hypocrite because why? You didn't know what? Who? He didn't know the real God. He didn't know the real God, people. He was calling on Jesus, playing the keyboard for Jesus. Am I right, bro? Right. While the Christians run around the church and go up to the altar and dance. What scripture is there? Ain't no altars in the Bible. The only altar that the God of Israel ever had is when he do his sacrifices on. That's the only altar that's related to the God of Israel is where he do his sacrifices. The Leviticus ain't got nothing to do with running around on church altar and getting prayer. So he was what? A hypocrite. Because he's doing something that the King James Version Bible don't even talk to him about doing. Bruh, help me up in here. We get ready to leave in a minute. We get ready to leave, bruh. But help me up in here, bruh. Because the God of Israel got me on this right now. Because these people need to understand the difference between a sinner and a hypocrite. So you ran and you played the keyboard and all that, was up in the church and all that for many, many, many years. Like what, 60-some years of his life. He was up in the Christian church. But he was a hypocrite. He thought that he was serving the real God, people. He really thought that he was serving the real God. And you really do think that you serve the real God. And your mama and them think that Jesus, ooh, my God, please, please, people, don't even make me speak about that abominable thing out of my mouth. Bruh, you was in the church 60 years of your life serving Jesus, right? And Jehovah, right? Right? Now, if you were serving the real God all those years, bruh, well, what kind of life would you have right now? What kind of life would you have? What kind of person would you be? What would you be doing right now? Bruh, you see the disconnection? So he was considered as a hypocrite, not a sinner. I was a sinner because I just didn't want nothing to do with God when I was younger. I was a straight up sinner. Get away from me, bro, with that Bible. I ain't got time to read no Bible. Wait, bro, this is what I used to say. I ain't got time to read no Bible, bro. Get away from me with that Bible. I ain't got time for it. You ain't got no money. Don't come to me with none of that. Get away from me with that Bible. Them Christians used to get away from me with the Bible. I don't want to look at no Bible. I don't want to read no Bible. I ain't got time for no Bible. I ain't got time for none of that. That is a sinner. And you going straight to hell when you leave from here. Why? Because you ain't got time for the God of Israel, the one that put you in this earth. You're a straight up sinner. So a hypocrite is what? Somebody that called themselves serving a real God, or called themselves doing what God wants them to do. And the Son of God cried out to Jerusalem, "Oh, Jerusalem, y'all are hypocrites." Because they had on their pretty clothes and all that. But they were straight up hypocrites. Give me a scripture where the Son of God called them hypocrites. And we got 2 more laws and we about to leave, bro. Let me get a scripture on that before we leave, bro. Let me help y'all hypocrites and sinners with this. Okay? Let's get Matthew 23. Oh, Matthew 23:27 verse. Let's start. I'm going to read verse 14 right here. Matthew 23:14. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees and hypocrites, for you devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayer. Therefore you shall receive the greater damnation. So a hypocrite, Pharisees, scribes, they were nothing but hypocrites. And all the house of Israel was hypocrites back in the Son of God day. And let's go to Matthew 23:27 verse. The blind Pharisees, ain't nothing but Judah now. Judah is the fair, they the elders. That's who the Pharisees was, of the temples. The blind Pharisees. Cleanse first that which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. See? Hypocrites is people that's in churches. When the Pharisees them in the church, bro, the temple, and they ran the temple and all of that, and when the Son of God came up in there, they wanted to kill him and all of that. They the hypocrites. Anytime you sit up in a church and follow some religion and some ministry and all that stuff that they teaching you, you ain't nothing but a hypocrite. Because see, the God of Israel never told you to do none of that. No way. Hypocrite. Matthew 6, 1 through 5. Go to that. We're going back to the last two laws we have and we leaving. Matthew 6, bro, 1 through 5. Showing y'all the difference in a sinner and a hypocrite. You got two different states of mind here. A hypocrite is somebody that serve the wrong God. Somebody that got many gods and they follow religions. They follow religions and ministries and churches and stuff like that. And they pay their tithes with money. Singing in choirs and stuff. What else, bro? You got something to say? They sing in choirs. What else?
No, I agree with you.
He agreed with me. They all hypocrites. He never really knew what a hypocrite was. He thought a sinner is a hypocrite. No, a sinner is straight sinner, man. They're a straight sinner. Right, bro?
Right.
You know the difference now, right?
Right.
He didn't know that before, did you? He didn't know that. He thought a sinner is a hypocrite. No, sin ain't no hypocrite. Why? Because they not playing with God. They ain't going to no church, bro. Ain't no sinner going to no church. They ain't going to no church. They ain't going to join no church. None of that. They are straight sinners. They don't read the Bible. You hear me, bro? Sinners don't read the Bible at all. Hypocrites read the Bible. My God, bro, help me up in here. Hypocrites read the Bible. Hypocrites go to church. Come on, bro. Hypocrites sing in the choir. Hypocrites join the churches and ministries and follow the bishops and pastors. These are hypocrites. My God, that's deep, bro. Not deep. Wait, people, I used to be a hypocrite. Bruh, I don't experience both sides of the fence. I used to be a sinner and a hypocrite. My God. Ooh, God of Israel, you had some great mercy on me. I used to be a sinner and a hypocrite. When I became a Christian church pastor, I became a hypocrite. When I went to the church every Sunday and all of that, hypocrite. See the difference, people? See, that's why the siege is here. Because there's a lot of hypocrites. Let's go, bro. Read that verse. Matthew 6, 1 through 5. We got 2 more laws, people. We leaving.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 1.
Through 5.
Take heed that ye do not your own for man to be seen of them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou doest thou do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogue, in the street, that they may have glory of men. Will I say to you, they have their reward.
They have their reward. Their reward is what they doing right now. The God of Israel ain't killing them. He letting them be hypocrites. Ooh, that's their reward, that they still living and they hypocrites. You ain't getting nothing else. When you leave here, you going straight to hell to be with Satan. You're a hypocrite. So look at here, it said Matthew chapter 6, verse 2. Therefore, when thou does thy alms, see, when y'all give somebody some money, or you feed the poor, or you help somebody, when you do your alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee as the hypocrites do. I want everybody to know that I'm going to the park today and I'm about to feed 100 people. See, bro, that's sounding an alarm. Whatever you do it. But you don't got to tell nobody what you're doing. Every time I fed the poor, me and you, bro, did we sound alarm? Did we go up in Toledo, Ohio, telling people, oh, we get ready to go to Detroit and we going over to the shelter and we going to feed people? Did we ever sound alarm? No. We just took the money out of our pocket, what we had, which it wasn't much, but whatever we had, and we took it and we drove an hour away to the shelters in Detroit to feed people. And we had a line around so long. We had many people in the line. Then we brought, and what we was feeding that day was sandwiches. And they stood in the cold. It was cold too. They stood in the cold to get them sandwiches that me and Brother CDI made. Okay? But we was hypocrites back then. Why? Because we was involved in the Christian church. I was the pastor of the Christian church. So, yes. So, to see this, the Son of God is just calling everybody hypocrites here. When did he ever say something good about them? Huh? No. Last law, people. We're just going to start right there with that. Let me read verse 3 of Matthew 6. But when thou dost alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth, that thy alms may be in secrecy. And thy Father, the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which see in secret himself, shall reward thee openly. And when thou prayest, verse 5, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues. That's why you got to stand up in the Christian church, bro. Help me up in here. It's stand, pray. You got to stand up and greet the pastor. You got to stand up and pray. You got to stand up and worship. Everybody stand today. We're going to worship God, they say, right, bro? All of that. We're going to stand today. Let's stand up. Everybody stand up in the church. You ain't nothing. That's what the Son of God said. You are hypocrites. You standing in the synagogues, in your temples, and you are hypocrites. Praying. My God. The Son of God told us don't be like that. Right?
That's right.
In other words, he tells us not even affiliate ourselves with the Christian church, and no ministry, because they all hypocrites. Next law, bro, we get ready to leave. Law number 370, to bring all vaulted offerings to the temple. Deuteronomy 12:26, read that. Last one, we leaving. Deuteronomy 12:26. One more after that, people. And I'm going to say I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Deuteronomy 12:26. Now my brother know the difference in a sinner and a hypocrite because he didn't know the difference. He been a hypocrite all his life. Didn't even know that, right, bro? Didn't even know it. Oh man, playing that keyboard. You play the keyboard in the church? Huh?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 12:26.
Deuteronomy 12:26 says, only
Yes.
that holy thing. Yeah. 12:26.
Mm-hmm.
Only that holy thing which thou hast and thy vows thou shalt make to take and go unto the place which I hide shall choose.
Right, right. You got to bring all the offerings, all the tithes of your corn and your wine and your oil and your flocks and your herbs. You got to bring all that to the temple, all that to Jerusalem, bro. All of that got to go to the God of Israel. Yeah, all of that. Where's the God of Israel? In Jerusalem? That's his dwelling place. That's where he live at. Where's Jerusalem? Africa? Palestine? The ancient place. Take it to him. All and everything, your holy things. That's what the children of Israel, they was hypocrites. But they wanted to call on their gods, and they knew who the God of Israel was in ancient times. But they didn't want him, did they, bro? No, they didn't want him. No, they didn't want him. They refused. They refused the God of Israel. They did not want him at all. And why would you not want a God that give you such a perfect law in a perfect way, in a perfect wisdom and not? Why would you, bruh? Why would anybody with the right mind? Oh, God of Israel, help me up in here today. Oh, God of Israel, I feel so much right now. Why would anybody in their right mind, CDI, not want a perfect God as the God of Israel? What? Why? What is the reason that the children of Israel just didn't want him? What, bro? What? Give me a reason, man. I really do need a reason, people, why the children of Israel just did not want the God of Israel, no matter what he done for them. Why? Why? He's a perfect God. He's a just God. He's a beautiful God. He's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant God. He's an amazing God. He's a powerful God. He's a God that can change your life. He's a God that can make your life wealthy, make your life successful, make everything about you great. He that kind of God that will make you great, people. Great, great, great. What would make you not want a God, CDI, that's gonna make you great, bruh? Please tell me, bruh. Help me with this, because I need somebody to help me with this before I leave today. We'll be here another hour if we can't answer this question. What will make the children of Israel not want a God that can make them great and powerful and successful and wealthy? Tell me, bro.
They didn't follow the law. They didn't love the law.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, what would make them not want to do that? What would make them not want to serve a God that's so very great and so very powerful? He opened up the Red Sea, bruh. They walked through there, bruh. He destroyed the whole Egypt, bruh. What would make a people not want a God like that?
They wanted to hug.
What kind of people is this? What kind of mind do a person have, CD? Oh my God, people. What kind of mind? I'm going to answer the question for you because I had the same mind. I had the same mind and the same mindset. What would make somebody not want to be great? Because only the God of Israel are higher. The God of Israel, the God of the 12 tribes, the God of the Hebrews. He's the only God can make you great. He's the only God can give you wealth and power. So what would make you not want that God? That's a deep question, ain't it, bro? That's a very, very deep question. I'm going to write that question down, people. Because you know what? I got to think about this the rest of the day. I got to think about this question, and I'm going to come back to you tomorrow with an answer. With an answer. What would make a people or a person not want a God that can make you great, powerful, and wealthy? Yeah? And wealthy. I got to think about this because this is a deep question. And it takes me to think about this to answer it because it's very deep. It's very deep, people. What would make the children of Israel when they saw his power, when they saw his glory, when they saw his divinity as divine, what would make them not want him? Wow, that is real deep. So I'm going to leave people and I'm going to save that question for tomorrow. Last law, law number 371, not to slaughter sacrifices outside the courtyard of the temple. Leviticus 17:4. So tomorrow we're going to open up a whole nother can tomorrow, people. Leviticus 17:4. Yes. Ooh, hiya. God of Israel, I love you, Father God, and Mother. Leviticus 17:4, it says, and we are about to leave, people, and bring it not unto the door of the tabernacle. What man, let's start at verse 3. What man soever there be of the house of Israel that killeth an ox or a lamb or a goat in the camp, or that kill it out of the camp, and bring it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, to offer unto a higher before the tabernacle of of a higher blood should be imputed unto that man. He have shed the blood, and that man should be cut off from among his people. So, people, with that, we're gonna talk to y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. Subscribe, like the video, and share this video. Ahaya, the God of Israel, the God of the Hebrew kingdom and nation. Talk to